3-year programme, but not guaranteed. And part of the problem is because we don't get our revenue guaranteed for the following year until, well, effectively February, we probably can't give the guarantee. But I don't think there's anybody, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's any voluntary sector organisation that got a 3-year funding commitment where we've cut the funding. I'm looking at Natalie now in case I'm wrong. No, right, good. So actually those commitments we made for 3 years, although we couldn't be guaranteed them, we have lived up to that commitment, and there's no discussion amongst members of reneging on that. Now, I think that's probably as good as you're going to get, given that we can't guarantee our funding source on a year-to-year basis. If that's still causing problems, then do let me know. I was talking to John on the way up here. We think there are still more ways that we could be seen to be proactively supporting the voluntary sector and voluntary groups. And as an example of that, we were talking about the ownership of the building, which lies with us, not with you. And we both said, why? So I think we will give that some serious thought over the next couple of months and try and come back to you with a proposal around that, because and that's the sort of positive commitment that the council can show that says actually we do believe in the voluntary sector and we believe in that transfer of power and responsibility.
Is it possible that other future departmental strategies will be co-produced with the community rather than merely being consulted upon?
Yeah, I mean, cheap words, but right in this briefing, it is our intention to do that as a matter of course. What we've got to do is find out how we do it as a matter of course and how we change the culture so that people actually do that effectively. And co-production gets a much better product, gets much better marketing, doesn't always deliver what the partners start off with their first expectations, because actually there has to be some sense of compromise, there may well be some sense of compromise in there, some movement, some disagreement over the result as well. But generally it's better products. Our intention is to move towards co-production rather than just consultation for as many things as we can.
Pleased to know this is the last pre-submitted question. Thurrock Council involves the voluntary sector with many of their consultations. In a number of voluntary sector organisations, this normally falls from 1 or 2 individuals. It is not uncommon that these organisations receive no recognition or feedback from their involvement. Examples being the dementia strategy, mental health strategy, and the early offer of health strategy. What mechanism will Thurrock Council put in place to ensure voluntary sector organisations' responses to consultations are acknowledged and feedback given?
Okay, I think that's really important, and as a consultee of lots of things with government as well, actually you just don't know if your voice has been heard. And if you look at the example of Price Speed 2, it was in the Sunday press, wasn't it something like 400 comments that apparently went to the Department of Transport but didn't go on to the people that were collating the consultation responses. So actually they not only didn't know there was an answer, they hadn't been taken into account. So hopefully that hasn't happened in any of our consultations, but actually I'll take this back to the management team because I think it's something we do need to get in procedurally. You will put a lot of effort into responding to things. I know because we put that effort into responding to things to government, and actually, as you said earlier, even if you say interesting views but can't take them into account because of X, Y, and Z, you'd rather know that. The other thing is that would help you to shape your next set of responses. So I think that's a really good suggestion. Don't have an answer now, but I will take to the management team and say, okay, we need to respond to that and make sure we give a response to everybody that does participate in consultation. If only because you'll get the confidence that we are listening, or at least reading the